Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to discuss a drawing that I'd like to create. This is a pretty simple bracket. We're going to create some 3D from this 2D right here. So we're going to import this image into Onshape free version and do some sketching, sketch out these individual views, and then we will build up this here 3D. So if you want, you can capture a screenshot of this, and then you can use this as your building image. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm already logged into my free version. I will see their free subscription. So I will create a document. Okay, and we will call this bracket 1. Sure. Okay. All right, we're going to start off. We're going to figure out which plane we want to put this on. We want to kind of hide the right plane and top plane, so we'll just click on top here, left click on top and right, and we're going to sketch on this front plane right here. So we're going to do the top of the image, so just click right there. It created the sketch already, and now we're in sketch mode. And if we click over here on front, we can actually get it flat to our vision. Alright, so let's take a look, and we will start to draw this shape right here. And we can actually import this image if you want, and we can build this a little easier. There's a couple ways that we can do this. Let's try the importing image and build it from that. Okay, let's go to drawing right here, insert image. Okay, we're going to import this. Import from my downloads. Should be able to click and click right here. We're gonna drop it right here. Okay, and then we're gonna get the approximate size. We're just gonna throw it down. We don't know the size yet, so now we're going to go and start sketching out, and then just try to get a basic shape of this. Okay, let's get started. So we're just gonna build a line. So we're in the sketch. We're just gonna sketch this line. Right click, escape that line, hit L for line again. We're going to get back to there, and we're going to click on this line right here, just as close as we can get. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then click on this dimension right here. Let's click dimension from here to here, and it is 33.97 millimeters. We're going to change this to 150, and the whole image scales with it. So now we are the same as this. So we should be able to build this rather easily doing it this way. So let's continue with our sketch, and we will fix these lines here in a second. So let me start here. So I will just build these lines right here. So we will eventually go through and fix all these, so and make them more dimensionally in spec. So if we want to do a curve, I think we just take it off of here and we just start immediately curving it, and that should do that right there. Okay, and we can create a straight line here. Actually, it jumped to curve, so let's undo that tangent arc. We're gonna go back to line. So we're just creating a bunch of lines right now. Okay, created that line. Okay, now we're gonna go and create a curve here. So we're gonna get out here, escape that line, and what I can do is I can do I get to extend here. Let's try this. So we're going to do this right here. Click on extend. Okay. We're going to extend this line to this line, and then we're going to trim off that. So let's go back to here, and we're going to do a trim. So trim that guy. And now we can build a sketch fillet here to here. And yeah, it already picked 5 millimeters, which is great. Looks like it matched it up pretty good. And left click, enter. Okay, that gets us out of there. Now we can build this one right here. So fillet, let's click there and layer, and it's not going to let me, so I need to build this corner if I want to do that. Or I could go to a 3-point arc and click here, here, and then there. Okay, we can adjust that dimension afterwards. Okay, so we're just kind of getting the basics down right here, and we're doing only the outside of this for now. We can I guess we could take care of these other things right here. We'll put a whole location here, and then we'll start on the other ones. So let's create this right here. So I'm just going to create a square. That's probably the easiest way to do this right here. So square this guy off, and then I'll put some radiuses on here. So now we go to our sketch fillet radius, click there, and it pretty much chose, what I could go for, what fits in there pretty good. I'll fix that afterwards. So we're just getting the basics down here. See, as it gets yellow, that's when it's selecting. So left click, and then I'll hit enter to get out of that. All right, and if I want this to match up a little better, maybe I can take this down to 4. Okay, it's taken everything down to 4, which is not what I wanted. So it must have some constraints. So we can actually go here to show our constraints. So it's showing me that it is coincident, and then a tangent. That's what those are, and this one is equal to that one. So that's why it changed the size. So this one here is equal to the other one. You see how it turned orange, and this one here turned orange too. So we can delete those if we want, but what we can actually do is lock in the size. So we can put this size right here, and then lock that in. Okay, so we're going to go here to here, and we're going to choose 10 millimeters. Yep, perfect. And now we can try this guy, and this should not move. Let's see, it may move because this is not defined yet. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go and choose this down to 4. All right, so it did move. What I can do is I can just grab it and slide it down. So that's about right. 4 millimeters. I don't know if there's an actual call out on this top of this radius right here. Let me see. Squeezing. I can. If it looks messy, we can undo that. Show constraints. We can get back in there. All right. So let's continue with this. So that we may want to go with a 4.5. Nope. How about 5.5? We're just gonna put in 5.5. No. Okay. It's shifting it around, so it's getting more round. Let me undo. Control Z to undo. I'm gonna grab this, put it back. We're gonna take this to 4. 4 looks a little better, and then we're gonna adjust that. Okay, I think 4. Let's try 3.5. 3.5, and then I'll grab this edge. All right, I like 3.5 the best. All right, so now we can check this guy, and it automatically is 3.5 because of his equals. So all these equal each other, and now we can grab this guy and should be able to grab that. It must be some sort of constraint that doesn't want to move there. So I'm gonna go, maybe I was on dimension still. Grab, okay, that was it. All right, dimension was still selected, but now I do want to select the dimension. I want to say this size. So my guess is I'm gonna make that 40 millimeters. And we could lock this position if we wanted to by taking it from our 0 point. So this is our 0 point right here. We can take that down all the way and lock it down by hitting a few dimensions there. So it looks like this dimension moved out a little bit. So what I can do is I can grab this edge right here, this control point, and then I can fix that. So if I fix that, then it should be good to go. Let me put in 36. Okay, I'm going to keep clicking on this and match it up. Oh, let me see if I can. It won't let me match it, do I? No. So it's black. See, that line is black. So now it's like a controlled line. It can't be moved unless you move this guy right here. So 37 looks great. 37 is it. All right. So now I can control this guy right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create another dimension from this line, and then go down to this center point right here. And we are going to lower that a little bit. So we're going to do 180. 180 is pretty darn good. We can go a little bit higher. So let's say 181. Yeah, 180.5. 180.5. Yeah, perfect. There we go. So these really don't matter, but they're actually locking this guy into position. So we can lock other things to it now. So now we know this line is controlled. It's a black line. This is an uncontrolled line. It's a blue line. So I will connect these two together. So let's connect this guy to this guy, and we're going to do 30 millimeters. Look at that, snapped right into position. And then everything else, things are turning black, so that means it's locking into position. All right, radiuses I'm not so concerned about, and overall size. Okay, this one is blue. Here I can get a 40 here. Is that my 40? No, that's not my 40. So if I put my own dimension here, I can say this is what's okay. Space bar will get me out of it. Let me try it again. Black line to blue line, and then 40 millimeters. There we go. Matched up. This one matches with this one, and this one. We can't hide this one for now because it's part of the image, but we can. This one. Some of these are part of the image, so we just gotta let them be there. Unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna make a point right here and circle. We can actually just add a circle. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this is pretty easy. Just find the pretty much center of it. 7.24, and I don't think there it is. It's 7. So we're going to change this to. Now we know there's 2 holes at 7. We're going to dimension this guy and then change him to 7, and then the same with this guy. Let's go back to our circle. Okay, and we don't have to be exact to 7. We just throw it on there, and we can say this one is. Let's see what happens if we go. This one is equal. Doesn't like that. All right, we're gonna try to do equal. Where's equal at? Equal. Okay. Click on that guy. This guy is equal to this guy. So now they should be identical. So now that's 7 should be. Let's double check. And when I do double check, it's let me hit enter. Yeah. So it's grayed out. It's like a over constrained now. It's not red, but red. If it's red, it turns over constrained. But we know it's 7, and we see that equal sign right there. So that's telling us that it is equal to this guy right here. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. Now we can start to extrude this. Let's finish our sketch. Okay. Now we're gonna look over here and let's go to extrude. We're going to extrude a solid, create new, and we can choose this here, and we can see it's building opposite of what we want. So we could either double click on that guy, or we can click on this arrow right here. So that will send us back down, and we need a distance of 10 millimeters. So it's according to this distance right here. So okay, we built that. All right, we see that we actually need something built from this, and it's missing. So what we need to do is build that. We should probably continue this line, so we can go into the sketch and fix that. Or maybe I can just extrude this from itself. All right, so okay, I can do that. That's cool. So I will just extrude this. This is going to be like a separate piece. We can add it, and what that does is it will add it to this guy. So let's choose add face sketch. All right, so no, we don't want both of those. We want this area right here to extrude, and we need to go 85 millimeters from the bottom. So 75, 10 plus 75 equals 85. Right? Yep, perfect. And then we can push this guy down. Actually, let's go back to new, and we can unite this afterwards. So we're going to do it in a offset, starting offset. We're going to go down negative 10, or let's put 10, and then we're going to click that. So now that extrudes through it. Okay. Let's see if we choose add. Okay, it will add. So there we go. So add it. All right. So now it is actually added to there. Okay. So now we just have to finish off some of the things up here. So we can finish off this radius of 20 here. So let's add that radius 20. And yeah, if you don't like to see this image, I think you can hide it like that. There we go. If you have the floating image still, we can put that on a second screen and do that. But I can deal with this. Sometimes the lines may get a little messy and confusing. So let's add a 20 millimeter radius here. So we'll go here to fillet. Okay, fillet that guy, and we don't want everything. We just want just that one face right there. So no tangent propagation. And we're going to put in a 20 here, and then we can choose the other side and then do the same thing. So that makes it nice. And looks like we want to continue this radius, and that radius was 3.5, I think. So let me add that fillet here and here. I want to uncheck that guy, and looks like it's red, but I will redo it. So I will uncheck this first, click on my first fillet, my second fillet, and then that should definitely change that to 3.5. That's why it's red. It was confused. All right, and that looks pretty nice. All right, so next we need this cutout on the bottom here. So we can add that. That is 50. Okay, this circle, it's 50. It actually doesn't tell me where. So we're missing a dimension basically, but I'm going to assume that it's straight down from here. So I'm going to build a sketch onto this surface right here. So here we go, sketch, and take that, and then we will build it off of this. So let's rotate using the right mouse button, pushing down, holding, and it rotates. We will go 3 millimeters, and then we'll have a 6 millimeter radius. First, we'll just make a block inside of there. So a 3 millimeter block aligned with this edge. So that edge right there, I think that should be good to go. So let's build a box, and we just choose wherever we want to go. We don't have to be perfect yet. All right, so now we got that, and I'm going to click on this bottom right here, and it sends us back to there. So now we're going to line this edge with this edge, okay? And we'll do that with a dimension, and now we will dimension this edge to this edge, 0, or we might be able to even do equal. So let me go to equal. So this edge is equal to this edge, and that should. All right, I did them opposite, so we go back. Equals. So this edge is equal to that edge. Okay, what's it doing? Equals. This edge should be equal to this edge. No, I don't understand why it's doing that. I'm telling it to be equals. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. It must be just sticking with that top edge. It's a non-constrained. Not sure exactly why it was doing that, but okay, we'll fix this. No problems. So click on this edge, click on this. 0. There we go. We fixed it. All right, and then 3 millimeter stick here. So we'll go here to here, 3 millimeters. Okay, it just took a dimension there. No, we don't want that. We're going to click on this guy, then this guy, pull it off the side, 3 millimeters. Okay, and I would say the best thing is let's add that radius now, so that where was that radius at? Okay, our sketch disappeared. It's right there. We should be able to right click and show. Now I should be able to see. All right, we need a radius of 6. Okay, so we're gonna go back and add that radius. But if I add a fillet, it's not gonna let me do this right here because it's gonna tell me that it's way too big. Hold on one second. Let me undo that. Fillet. So here to here, and I'm going to say 6 millimeters. It's red. It won't let me do anything. Okay. It says the current fillet radius produces invalid geometry. So now I'm going to uncheck that guy. Extrude this. And fish a sketch. We're going to extrude it. Just this piece right here, and we're going to do a subtract function. So we're going to remove, and then we're going to push it all the way through. We're going to grab this edge right here and just pull all the way through. This number just re-updates, and there we go. All right, so now we need to add that radius of 6 to this edge. Let's hide that sketch because it's getting a little messy looking. So we just left clicked on that, and then now we will add this. Choose there, 6 millimeters, and I think that did it. Let's choose a second one here. Actually, I'm going to change that to 6. Okay. I think the first one was goofed up. So we'll go back here. 2 times click, and that doesn't do nothing. Let's see if I can put a dimension on this guy. Where is, oh, they're not going to let me do a dimension. Why? Okay, I can just go back in that fillet and then change that to 6. That's how I'll fix that. Okay. All right. So to readjust that, just go back in there. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we are looking better. We got that cut right there. We got 6 millimeter, we got 3 millimeter depth. We just got to add this hole. So it's 65 millimeters from the very bottom. Okay, and then we'll try to remember those, but I'll have it on my second screen here, and we will try to build that right now. So here we go. So we're going to build 65 millimeters from the very bottom. So we're going to sketch, not extrude. We're going to sketch on that guy. We're going to put a 9 millimeter through hole. So I'm just going to go here. Okay, it's not going to let me choose, but I'm going to go dimension here, change this to 9. Come on, change that to 9. And then I can build another one from that, and I'm going to build one here, circle here, 2, there's 18. They have a 18.01, which I'll just make it 18. Not sure why they put 01. Alright, 18, and now I'm going to position these guys. So we will do a dimension from the very bottom to the center, and okay, it's something happened, but yeah, we'll do it again. Line down there, the line here, and then we do 65 millimeters. Okay, it's gave me a red, so it means it's over constrained. So it must have picked something in here, so we can go to constraints, show constraints, and we can delete that. We can basically click on that and hit delete. So okay, must be an error because right now I'm showing this is 65. So let's fix that error. What did we do wrong? Let me pull back my sketch. Let's take a look and see what. Right click, and we're going to show. And on the sketch, this is the total height of this guy is 85 millimeters. And did I tell it how far to go up? 85 millimeters. Let's double check. Let's put a dimension on there. 85 from the bottom. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so let me go back a couple of sketches. This guy here. So we're going to extrude 2, and maybe this has to be 85 total depth. Let's double check. We'll pull a dimension from here. Yeah, that's got to be it. So, all right, let's go find. Let's see if I can get a dimension from here to here. Let's see what it goes. 85. All right, so that's exactly what we want. Okay, so this is a good way to check your measurements, is to go through here. So I thought it was 75. Well, it should have been 75 from here, this first surface, all the way up here, and then add an additional 10. But it was, for some reason, it was not counting this thickness right here. So no problem, we figured it out. So we got 85 millimeters here. Okay, we're good. And now we continue on with sketch 3. And look at that, everything looks perfect. I didn't extrude, so it didn't mess up anything. So now I will do an extrude, and I will close this sketch, and I will go to my extrusion. And then this one's going to be a through hole, so I can choose depth blind. So I'm going to flip this first. So flipped, and then I can do through all, and say we're going to remove. Okay, so that's a hole. Okay, there we go. And now we will go to that second one and then extrude where my sketch disappeared. That's just kind of strange. So I want to hide. I don't want to hide that. I'm not sure why I hid it, but I'm going to click on that guy. Got my sketch back. Okay, so this piece of the sketch disappeared, which I don't know. So I'm going to extrude this area, and I'm going to try to select that. Why is it not letting me? Extrusion. Okay, I want to add, or actually I want to remove. Why is it not letting me? It must not be that sketch. Okay, I must be on the wrong sketch. Let's go on sketch 3. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was sketch 3. There we go. So let's show sketch 3. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to extrude this surface. It's dotted. I think dotted means something wrong. So let's go back into that. No, escape out of that. Let's figure out, why is this guy dotted? Um, Not exactly sure why he's done it. Let me undo that and let me. Okay, why? Let me click on this. What is it showing me? A diameter 18. Um, Strange. Did it think that it's a construction? Okay, that's why. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Okay. Anyway, we figured it out. So here is this. If you go to construction, it then dots it. Okay, but let's undo that. Maybe I accidentally clicked on it, but oh well, we figured it out. So now that line is there now. So now we're going to do an extrude, and we're going to grab this surface right here, and we're going to remove that. So right mouse button to kind of roll over to the side here. We're going to click on remove, and we want to go to a depth of 5.68. It's kind of an oddball depth, but anyway, 5.68. Okay, blind. We're not going blind. We're actually just going right through there. And let's see. Let's hit enter and see what happens. Okay, and then done. I clicked on the green check, and we are good to go. So that is a nice looking counter bore. Okay, so let me just take a look and double check everything. I think we are completed. So 20 by 20. Those are all captured in the original sketch, and yeah, so I think everything is complete. It looks okay. There's a couple little radiuses that are not captured. We can add those, so let's add that last radius. Let's remove this sketch that we're seeing. We're going to hide. Okay, and now we're going to add that last radius, and we are finished. Perfect. There we go. And we can actually do this entire top surface. We'll put a let's see, a 0.5, maybe a 2 millimeter. Yeah, 2 millimeter looks nice. And so okay, so it picked up all the corners of it. Okay, and looks nice. So that's it. And there we are. We are. Let me hide this plane. I'm gonna hide the front plane. Okay, and we can choose isometric or we can choose zoom to fit. So we'll just rotate this around. And yeah, so that's our 3D bracket from a 2D image. A little more complicated than the other 2D to 3Ds, and we could have just built this from just starting from a square block, which might have been faster actually. But I wanted to show this and to allow you to make your own decision. What's the fastest way to go about doing this? Myself, I'd probably not start from the image creation, although it made nice squares, rectangles, and good starting points. So if that helps you, then maybe that's the way you got to go. But I would probably just build this from a single block and then start extruding and put a sketch on the block, stuff like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully it's teaching you guys something. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And thank you, and goodbye.